year. They still hadn't closed out the books because it just ended, but we're expected to do about 280. So how do we go from 30 million to 280? And it's the third leg we on. Is how this is. Right now, I think it's about 625%, 625% growth in 12 months. So it's double-digit growth every month. And we know this because we didn't go to the last convention, but we had one last weekend. Everybody was there. The convention before that was like a quarter of the people that were there at that one. So what's going to happen? The next one in 90 days is going to be twice as big as what we saw because of the growth. And it was pretty amazing. They didn't expect all those people to be there. I mean, it was thousands.
The fire marshal was there, not letting people in the room. They had to set up another room.
I could believe it. And I think the reason why this thing's growing so fast, it's a great product, like nobody else has, and a compensation plan. And now we're getting younger people in it. And you know, when younger people get in it, especially, I'd say college students, they get into this thing and it's just, because some people sit down, like Andrew came in, he don't know anything about the product yet, but he may look at this and go, I'm in, just because they see that the potential.
Because they're smart.
Well, exactly. I mean, we don't even know how to spell PowerPoint and all this other stuff. And they get it.
I'm asking the kids how to do it.
Right. So
They still won't tell me.
a lot of other network marketing companies started up. So like Mary Kay had to start up one day. LIMU's been around for 8 years. We just happen to be on a third leg. Okay. So it's not a startup company. It's not going anywhere. The actual LIMU Moy seaweed they predicted it's going to be another 50, 100 years because it replenishes itself pretty quickly. Okay. And you guys seen on a video, you know, I forgot to do this. All right, it costs $4.99 to come into business. Okay, $4.99 plus tax. So it winds up. Y'all remember what it is? Like $5.60, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now with that, and everybody can attest in here who's got a promoter, you get a whole bunch of stuff. It's $300 worth of product. So basically, you know, if you subtract it, if my math's right, you basically $200 to get into the company because you have a product that your friends, family, and yourself can start taking, right?
Mm-hmm. I started my mom on it for about, and I got dropped off. I'm not doing that again.
Okay. Now, whenever you get commission checks and all kind of anything that they send you, you basically at the end of the year you're going to get a 1099 form because you're a home-based business. They don't take taxes out of it. And if anybody's done, subcontracting work or self-employed, at the end of the year you get your 1099. There is a benefit to that because you get to write as much stuff as you can off. I did it for a long time. How long? Probably 6 years, 8 years. Self-employed. So there's an advantage to that with laptops, cars,
Rent?
mileage, rent. I'll tell you about rent, but no, you can. You absolutely can. You just got to have all your ducks in a row with Uncle Sam. Now, the first thing we want to try and do is get everybody to 2K VIP, and I think Trey talked about that on the site. It's basically getting 1, 2, 3 promoters, and we want to do it as quick as possible. I think Yvette and I were under 20 days. We met people at the convention that did it 7, 9 days. No, they did 20K in 7 days. That one guy. But they've actually had people go 2K VIP before the package even come. So let's say Stephanie signs up tonight, and it's going to come Wednesday of next week. We've had people do, not on my team, but
I was about to say, wait a minute.
yeah, even Jerry's not that good.
In cutoff, huh?
In cutoff.
Cut off.
I think somebody in cutoff did do it. So we want to do it as quick as possible, okay? And we always say we're going to help you guys do that. Now I can't go around and Stephanie, give me a list of all your friends. That's your job. The hardest part of your job in the beginning is to do this, to fill up a living room with people and maybe make some cheese crackers and that kind of stuff. Chicken nuggets.
Awesome smoothies.
And an awesome blender. We go on the road, you just don't know that yet. So that's the hard thing is you gotta invite people, you know. And what we're doing in this whole thing is blessing friends and family. I don't think I've been to maybe 1 or 2 parties, but somebody's like, I met this guy at the gas station. He was interested. I've seen that, but it's not common. You know, we're blessing friends and family. We're blessing them with a product that's absolutely changing people's lives, and in this part of it is no-brainer. If I get my mom and dad in, telling you. So the quickest thing you want to do is do it in 7 days. It's actually 7 to 14. We did it just under 20. But I think it was vacation up in there. We had a couple other things going on. And you really want to try and sign up 3 people between Wednesday and Thursday. That's a 1 pay period, okay, to maximize your bonus.
Wednesday and Thursday of the following week, right?
Yes. Yes. So if you're talking to somebody, it all depends. You're gonna have to, weigh out how a person you think's gonna, if they want to jump on board or not. Okay, auto ship, and Trey talks about this. There's one part of, if you in Mary Kay or any of these other ones, Amway, whatever, you have to buy so much a month. And with LIMU, it's 100 product volume, which is about $120 a month. So what Trey and them did when they orchestrated this thing and made the new leg is basically, this is about 120, 100 volume. We make this real easy, and these are customers. You get 3 people, and this is the easiest thing in the world, getting customers, especially, when you have a story. Let's say you start giving it to your mom or grandmother, and I'm literally in 3 days you're going to hear something, okay? And you hear something back. So, selling to somebody is just awesome, okay? So you get 3 people, 1, 2, 3. Your next month auto ship is free. As long as you have 3 people. So let's say one drops off 2 months from now, you just fill it in with another person. Now, Yvette and I have dozens and dozens and dozens of customers. So what that equates to is, not only do we get 120 volume, the next 3 gives you so much volume and volume and volume. So we get like a whole truckload of stuff. And what we do with that, we bless people. I know we
said 4 of us on it. So.
Yeah, 4 of us on it, and dogs and horses probably pretty soon.
Yeah, we're getting ready to start.
I found out Emily's taking 3 ounces twice a day.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
We had to take the straw out of Breezy's hand because she was just
If
drinking.
she really wants to put the straw in the bottom.
Yeah.
Brandon chugged the whole bottle.
Brandon chugged the whole bottle.
Yeah, well.
Now remember, each bottle's 30. I don't think y'all have ever heard me say this, but I've had a couple skeptics say, I'm not going to spend $30 on a bottle of juice, but you buy a Crown Royal, won't you? Am I right? And what is Crown Royal going to get you? Dehydration and a headache the next morning, right? And Crown Royal usually only lasts 1 night, maybe 2, if your party wasn't big enough, right? Our bottle's going to last between 7 and 9 days. Better than Crown Royal, isn't it, Jerry?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had Crown Royal in a long time.
Me either.
That's just a
Example.
And listen, all the residual income from the whole business, and as your checks that come in, especially when you have 100K, is from all of the auto ship customers. Because that's something the company can look forward to. They know, we may drop off a couple here and there, but you always get more people, especially as you get into the business, more people want to find out about it, and they want to try the product. So, we don't have anybody on our team, and I know y'all don't either, where your volume goes backwards. It just don't happen. If anything, it doubles, triples, and
Because they don't want to get off the product.
what we see is most spouse or people go, yeah, we want to do the 4 bottle. And then your house of 4 people, and then the husband tries it for 2 or 3 days, and next thing you know, they're making another order. That's happened dozens and dozens of times. And now kids and horses and dogs. We have a picture of the dog the other night from the Lupo's house. It was drinking it straight. Our dog won't drink it straight, but we mix it with water, so they don't even know.
You should give it to Doug.
Yeah,
Joints.
exactly.
Maybe it's anxiety.
Okay, so you go from 20K VIP, getting you 3 people as fast as you can, and we'll help you all do that. You set up a party, we're there. So this part of the presentation, you don't have to do. You may do this down the road when you become somebody's upline, but you don't. It's all training, and we have a training class next Saturday. Yeah. Okay, so how do you get to 20K? It's basically 20K in volume, $20,000, or if you get 10 people in your team that have 2K VIPs, you get a BMW. Reggie, the guy that's upline of me, he got his BMW in 62 days. We got ours in 62 days. The girl, Anna, who's my 3rd upline, she got hers in 35 days. So there's some people that take 6 months that don't want to work their business and invite people. It just takes slower. And we have people that did it in 9, the guy from Montana, did it in 9 days. And what we understand, his town has like 50 people in it. So he had to go visit cousins on us. They said he was literally driving like 2,000 miles a week. to go do it. But he did it. He did it in 9 days. I mean, that's incredible. Okay, so you gotta get the 20K volume. Now, 2K VIP, you only need 3 promoters. To actually lock onto the BMW, you need a 4th promoter. And when all that's happened, you get ready to do it, it's not gonna be hard to sign that next person on. I think right now we have 7 promoters on our team. How many y'all have?
4.
4. And you could easily have,
Oh, I could add more.
easily add more.
But I'm adding them under my
Right,
kids.
right. And we have our kids into it too. So it's once this thing gets going, it's freaking amazing. Okay, so you get the 20K VIP, they give you $600 a month for a black BMW. Has to be black. If you take a picture in front of a red one and send it in, you're not getting $600. It's gotta be black. And that's kind of a camaraderie thing. And it's kind of like, you know, the, what was the one I
The
said?
pink Cadillac.
Yeah, pink Cadillacs.
Mary Kay.
With Mary Kay. So we're not driving pink, I'm not driving a pink, I can't see Jerry driving a pink Cadillac.
I do.
So,
If it's free.
Yeah. So we get the black BMW. Well, what if you say, I don't like BMWs and I don't like the color black? You can opt out to get a $300 and use it whatever you want. So if you want to get a diesel pickup truck or a souped up Mustang, $300.
They get you the tires.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not
You know, I
gonna
wanna
pay
say
for a
something
shelter.
though for y'all. You don't get 10 people. You start building your people underneath you. Like you get your 3 and 4, and then your people underneath you makes your 10.
Right, it just has to be 20 volume. You may only have, rather than have 10 people like that, you might have 4. And you have one that's not really doing nothing. And then you have one that's just, like a Diane. Goes straight down, you know what I'm saying, that's really doing something. Then you have another one that's doing half of that. So, I mean, I can log on a computer if anybody wants to see it later. We'll show you our leg, and it looks, I can't describe it. It's not uniform. It's not symmetrical. It's people all over the place. Because you have teams that really, you know, did very well. And you have some teams that just take it a little bit slower. Especially people that didn't live here, and, you know, they just, you know, I don't know, we have big family and friends. And people started seeing me getting well, and I think within 2 or 3 days we had our product free. We had 11 customers, I think in 4 days, 5 days, 11 customers. Okay. So the next level we want to get to, and this is the, you know, this is what Yvette and I are shooting at. When that's going to happen, I don't know. We'll keep throwing parties and helping people out. And when you guys are on our team, you pushing us up, and we pushing Reggie up and Anna. So it's a great thing. 100K is basically about 10 to 12,000 a month. And basically, if you just kind of picture this easy, you have to have 5 people underneath you in BMWs. Now, you might have 3 people in BMWs and a whole bunch of volume. It just has to be to 100 volume. But to illustrate it easily, the minimum is like 5 people in BMWs. Okay? So we got a BMW pretty quick. We might have 2 on our team. I know we'll have 2 on our team get 20K this month. So how hard is it to get 5?
promoters.
Huh?
And 5 promoters.
Yeah. Yeah. Did I write that down?
He has that up.
Yeah, it's up here. And 100K is where you actually sign the agreement with LIMU, and they open up all levels, which means, you know, in a previous compensation plans and the levels you go to, you only get so many levels. But 100K, it opens it up all. And what that means is you get smaller commissions, but a ton of it, because, you know, it goes infinity. Okay?
And you get residual income for the rest of your life.
And we'll explain that in just a minute.
Who
Okay.
wouldn't want $10,000 in their account every month?
Plus you get the 10,000 bonus.
Listen, Travis Mancuso is the #1 guy in Louisiana, and he's maybe 4 lines up from me. He lives in Denham Springs. He's 200K, and he's pulling in like 40 grand.
He did this
45,000.
since February. He started in September when it started last year and didn't do anything till February. So February to, I think he hit 200K in July. Him and his wife both retired. He was an electrician, she was a nurse.
So they make him about 45,000 a month. Now, some months might do a little bit more, a little bit less. 45,000. At 100K, you get a $10,000 cash bonus. Okay? And then, I'm just going to go a little ahead. When you go to 500K, you get a $100,000 cash bonus. And in the business, I think now there's 4. Yeah, I remember there's 4. We have 4.
Yeah.
In a year.
Not in Louisiana, but Wade Russell out of Hattiesburg is a 500K. And when I started first going to parties, he was a lot of parties. Now he's got an assistant because they gotta be so many places. And he's